Okay, well the next tactic I'm talking about is time management. And the number one reason blog writing is challenging to most people is, what would you think? I put out the question on LinkedIn Answers, and 70% of the people who responded, and I think I got about 100 responses, said that they didn't have time to write on their blogs. Now, I could go on, people who've heard me before, have heard me say this many times. I can go on a real big long rant about this because I want you to reframe that. It's not about making time. It's about marketing your business. We're talking about business blogging after all, right? So you've got to make time for it because this is one of the most powerful ways to attract new people to your business. So it's not about not having time. It's about saying, I am consciously making time to post on my blog, whether it's every day or 3 times a week or whatever it is. You need to make time. Blogging is a marketing task, so you put it on your calendar. So would you go to the next slide, please?
Gladly.
And this is a blog post that my friend Andy Wibbels wrote quite some time ago, I think, and it's still a very popular post, I think, right?
Yeah, I think I wrote it back in 2006 or 2007, and before Twitter even existed. And all of a sudden, one day I noticed it was getting Twitter traffic, so I put this retweet thing up there. But I think it sort of bubbles up every 6 months or so. Somebody finds it and passes it along. So I think that's another part of your content strategy is the more evergreen your content is, the longer it's going to stay relevant and active to your customers.
Right, and what Andy's doing here with this is he's solving a problem that a lot of people have. And what we're talking about here is creating an editorial calendar for your blog. You want to plot it out, prioritize your blog writing, set aside, let's say 30 to 45 minutes a day, because remember this is marketing for your business, and figure out, are you going to write 3 posts a week, linking out to other blogs? Maybe one's going to be a deeper, longer, more thoughtful post. Maybe one's going to be an interview post, but plot it out. Put it on your calendar, from 9 to 9:30 every morning, you're going to do something that relates to your blog marketing. So let's say 3 days a week you're writing a blog post, and maybe 2 days a week you're spending 20 to 30 minutes cruising around, reading your favorite blogs in your field, leaving comments, and engaging with people. I'm going to talk about participation in a little while, but it's a strategy to keep things fresh, to keep them going. So you want to really be focused on creating blocked out time. I mean, I do this. I have multiple blogs, and maybe they don't always get written on when I say I'm going to write it on my calendar, but it's there every single day on my calendar. Write on this blog, write on that blog, write on this blog, so that it's in my face all the time. And I keep a running list of blog topics because I have a gazillion ideas for blog topics, and maybe 1% of them get written. But when I'm stuck, I can go back to that list. And so that really helps save me time, too, because I'm not sitting in front of my computer screen going, uh-oh, what do I write about? I haven't written in a week. So I would strongly recommend doing that. Now, a couple other things that can really help manage your time around blogging is I'm assuming that most people on this call either have a blog or they're thinking about blogging. And so you know that that categories are a big part of a blog. It's how you organize your content for your readers. So what I'd like to suggest also is review each category that you've set up for your blog and then make a list of 5 to 10 possible subtopics that relate to each category and then slot those into your editorial calendar. Again, that's going to save you time because you don't have to stop and think about what am I going to write today. You've got it in front of you. I'm going to write about X topic under Y category, and that's what I do on Monday. And again, keep your running list of blog topics. The other thing is that you can do to be efficient with your time is to batch several blog posts at once. So you write maybe 3 to 5 blog posts at one sitting and then queue them up to publish on later dates. I know a lot of people do this. They set aside maybe 2 hours for blog writing once a week, and they write several blog posts and then just queue them out. So it's always something fresh being published, but they're not spending all day, every day, 5 days a week trying to figure out what to write about. It's a very efficient way to do it. Do you want to go to the next slide?
Sure.
Another big time saver is getting guest posts. Have somebody else write your content for you. And this is a great way to keep your content fresh and give you a little bit of relief. So this is just a sample of a guest post from one of my personal blogs on weight loss and fitness. And what I did is there's a new kind of new service called Blogger Linkup at bloggerlinkup.com, and you can post your requests for guest posts. So I put out a guest post because I don't hardly pay attention to this blog like it needs to be paid attention to. And weeks can go by between writing. So I said, okay, well, what if I get a bunch of guest posts? At least then it stays fresh. So I put out my request. People submitted their blog post to me. I decided what worked, and then I queued them up. So that's a great way to save time as well. Keeps your content fresh.
And what was that URL again?
bloggerlinkup.com.
Okay, thank you.
The next thing, of course, is we talked a little bit about this. Andy talked about it, is interviews. So compile a list of questions for experts in your field. Send an email inviting them to complete the email interview and do a whole series. And so you could do one a week. That could be one of your items on your editorial calendar. Then, of course, there's tools that also help you be more efficient. Ping.fm is a site where you can post status updates or links or content to multiple sites that you may have accounts on. So you can post information to your blog, for example, at the same time you're posting something to your Facebook status or your Twitter status, that sort of thing. So that's a very efficient tool as well to use for posting content. The other one, just going to mention two others that relate to other kinds of content, but if you are doing any video, I would recommend using a free site called TubeMogul. It's TubeMogul, tubemogul.com. You can upload your video. It gets distributed to multiple video distribution sites, but the really cool thing is that on a site like blip.tv, you can set that up in advance. So when you upload that video, it's automatically also posting it onto your blog. So one action and you've got your video distributed multiple places, including your blog. I love that. I have a video-only blog, so every time I do a video, it gets posted on that blog. So I'm getting, continually getting traffic to that blog. Then also, well, that's probably enough. So the action that I would like you to consider for this tactic time is to create an editorial calendar, block off time every week that is blog writing time, decide in advance what type of post you'll write, put it on the calendar, whether it's a list post, how-to post, interview post, guest post, week in review, that kind of thing, and then get it on your calendar and follow the calendar. Okay,